5 furlongs where they do get a chance to get a breather before they fill the lungs and come up into the home straight. The official ground is soft, as you can see, but in the home straight it's probably nearer good to soft from when approaching the final hurdle up towards the winning line. That's always the best ground. Of the others in here, you've got number 3, Lost Frequencies for Sam Coulthard. Second run for the yard with Sam on board and his father Stuart doing the training. Looks like he's going to be dropped in a little, riding with a little bit of patience, which they did at Perth back in April, and that was the first run for the yard on that occasion. And yeah, you can see him. He's on the right hand side of the screen, and the one who's walking down in front, that's Farmer Jimmy for Mark Walford. They've already been in the winners' enclosure, and they managed to beat the Jamie Snowden team earlier on with the Battleborn Lad. Can they do it again?
In racing, it's not only important how you finish, but also how you start. Choose your horse and boost the odds with Ladbrokes Racing Odds Boost. Available every day. Start strong on race day with better odds. With Daily Odds Boost. Play at Ladbrokes.
Well, as you can see, we're finishing the day a little bit drier than how we started it. We had a bit of a thunderstorm there earlier on for half an hour, which softened the ground from good to soft. But glorious conditions for the final race on the card, and a cracking crowd as well, and some tight finishes as well to boot. The photo finishes as well. But I mentioned Farmer Jimmy is trained by Mark Walford, owned by Sam Coulthard, and Sarah Turner has a leg in this fellow as well. Named after a father, Jimmy Turner, who had lots of horses and lots of winners over the years here at Hexham. And Palm Reader with Arthur Stevenson would be one to Mark. And Sarah bred this one, and she's still going to share it. Named after a dad. Great way to finish the afternoon here. Mark Walford's team, he's got them in good form. Battleborn Lad in the second race was a bit of a market drifter after the support behind Wendigo, but he did manage to come out on front on that occasion. And I'm going to stick with Farmer Jimmy here. I thought he acquitted himself well on his debut. That was at Weatherby on slowish track. Plenty of patience on that occasion. He's been given plenty of...
All 9 of the runners are safely in the collecting area at the 2-mile start.
There's plenty of support for Admiral Stewart and Jamie Snowden and Gavin Sheehan. It obviously catches the eye when you're sending a couple of horses up from Lambourn. And you know, this fella, he cost a pretty penny. He cost 130,000 after winning an Irish point on slowish ground. And they'll be hoping that he can start up his career on a good...
Looks like the runners are making their way out onto the racetrack.
Governick in here, that's number 2 in the green colours. And Governick had 3 starts in Point of Points, managed to win his final one, and subsequently was sold and was changed hands. And he managed to win by 5 lengths, winning that Point of Point. That was back in May at Strivali. That was on good ground. And so the flag has been raised for the final time this afternoon.
The runners are taking a turn to face the starter. The flag is up. Thank you, Andrew. Set to go here, the walking forward. Runners making their way towards the starter. And they're off. Away they go then for the famous these Falcons Events Dream Team Open National Hunt Flat Race. And first to begin is Lost Frequencies as they head through the early stages. Kelvin Forlong is also racing prominently, as is Admiral Stewart towards the outside in the gold jacket with the black sleeves. Racing towards the foot of the hill, back in 4th position, Farmer Jimmy with a low head carriage, the white jacket, red stars, red sleeves, and then Gorvanek in the green colours is followed by Royal Romance in the pale blue. Lizzie Luna behind those towards the rear of the field, followed by Walk On Sun in the cross-belted jacket, and the grey horse 30 Bob is at the back of the 9-runner field, and Conor O'Farrell settled him about 12 off the leader, which is Admiral Stewart and Gavin Sheehan, as they take the turn to head down the home straight for the first time. Admiral Stewart in front then by just over a length to Lost Frequencies racing second in the blue jacket with the yellow epaulets and hoop sleeves, and then the maroon jacket with the dark green cap of Kelvin Forlong, horse with some white about the face, racing in third position. That's racing just in advance of Farmer Jimmy, and then Gorvanek, who's next in the field as they head up past us. Lizzie Luna sits back in the field. That one's followed through towards the back by Royal Romance, who's lost a few places. 30 Bob is still well towards the rear of the field, so too is Walk On Sun, and those two would be 10 to 12 off the pace, which continues to be set by Admiral Stewart as they race away from us down the straight towards the foot of the hill. Admiral Stewart in front then towards the far side. Lost Frequencies continues to race close up in second. Kelvin Forlong tucked in third place from Farmer Jimmy, who's got a share of fourth with Gorvanek in the green jacket. They're followed by the yellow sleeve jacket of Lizzie Luna as they reach the foot of the hill. They're about to turn left-handed to take the climb towards the far side of the track, and it continues to be Admiral Stewart who shows the way as they disappear into the evening sunshine. A length and a half back to Lost Frequencies racing in second. Kelvin Forlong third. Gorvanek continues to race behind the pace in fourth, followed by Farmer Jimmy. And then behind those, Lizzie Luna. Out wide, the cross-belted jacket of Walk On Sun is next in the field. And then Royal Romance, who continues to slip back through the field. And it's hard work for the grey horse 30 Bob in the rear of the field. Probably 15 lengths first and last now as Admiral Stewart takes the turn into the backstretch for the final time. Admiral Stewart in front by a length and a half then. To in second position, Lost Frequencies. And they continue to be tracked by Kelvin Forlong, who races back in third position. Gorvanek towards the outside of that one continues to race close up behind the pace with Farmer Jimmy, who hasn't left the inside rail, just behind the leaders. And then behind those, Lizzie Luna with the yellow sleeves is making up a little bit of ground, the quartered jacket, followed through by Walk On Sun. Royal Romance still well back, so too is 30 Bob. So on the descent over on the far side of the track, they're right opposite the grandstands now, and there's no change on the front end. It's still Admiral Stewart pressing on in front by 3 parts of a length to Lost Frequencies racing in second place. Farmer Jimmy on the move towards the inside of Kelvin Forlong, and Lizzie Luna's also on the move behind them with Gorvanek, who's next in the field. One who's trying to pick up from the back but finding it hard is Walk On Sun, followed through by Royal Romance and 30 Bob. So 2 have gone clear here. Lost Frequencies and Admiral Stewart have gone the best part of 8 to 10 lengths clear as they race towards the end of the backstretch. Are about to swing the turn to make their way back towards us, and out wide Lost Frequencies has gone on by a half length to Admiral Stewart, who's trying to respond in second and sticking to the near side rail. They're clear of Kelvin Forlong, followed by Gorvanek and then Lizzie Luna. Up the hill they come, then about to take the turn towards the home straight inside the final couple of furlongs now, and Lost Frequencies is travelling powerfully here for Sam Coulthard. Lost Frequencies has opened up by the best part of 5 or 6 lengths. Back in second is Admiral Stewart. Kelvin Forlong kept going behind those, but down the straight they come, and Lost Frequencies is going further clear. Inside the final furlong, Lost Frequencies by the best part of 7 or 8. Admiral Stewart is trying hard in second place, then Kelvin Forlong, but inside the final half, Lost Frequencies is away and gone, and will go on to land the spoils for Stewart and Sam Coulthard. Lost Frequencies wins the finale. Back in second is Admiral Stewart. Third goes to Kelvin Forlong, and fourth place goes to the grey horse 30 Bob, who stayed on well.
Stewart was the one that the punters wanted to be with, but you could see the writing was on the wall for him halfway up the hill. Sam Coulthard's pressed the button once they got to the top of the hill, and he's gone away and won in eye-catching fashion in the closing stages. He's been pretty straightforward, pretty tough, and they've got a good even gallop from the word go, and just a rough, solid performance from the winner, and he's handled the ground well, and you see finishing well and in glorious sunshine, and plenty of punters as well were pretty happy the way he has gone about things. So good solid performance from him.